As I mentioned in the introduction, although the focus of the report form is customizing your comparison groups, we also offer you the opportunity to review and edit other information. The report form's first edit section is going to allow you to review how your institution's name will be used in your reports. At several stages of the registration and survey administration process, we've used your institution's name mostly for messages about the survey to respondents. Here we want to verify your name one last time, and these are the names that will actually be the ones used that you'll see on your NSSE institutional report this year. With formal name, we were looking for the name that you use on official correspondence. We recognize that this might differ from sources like iPads, which is totally fine. This is totally up to you as far as how you want your reports to your full name to be listed in your reports. The name you will initially see pre-filled in the report form is the name that we have on record for your institution. If you're a new institution, this is the name as it's listed with iPads. And if you're a returning institution, this is likely the full name that was provided in a previous reporting cycle. The second name is what we generally call your nickname or your short name. We use this in places where we need an abbreviated name, such as report columns and emails. This short name should be widely recognizable. So please don't use mascots or terminology that not everybody on your campus would recognize. For example, the Indiana University nickname that we would use is IUB and not Hoosiers. To edit the names, all you have to do is click the edit button. So let me do that now. Okay, so once I click it, you can now see that there's boxes where I can edit the formal and the short name. When you're happy with the two names, all you do is you click the left-facing chevron at the upper right of the edit section to minimize the edit section. That's this little icon. At this point, you'll see the new names on the main page. Again, as I mentioned in the introduction, there's not an official submit button involved. And the new information that you submit here is submitted directly to the database as soon as you enter it on this page. With that said, let me make some edits and then exit back to the edit section of the main page. So let me say the formal name is simply formal name. Short name. As you'll see here, we prefer 20 character max. Again, this is used in places where it's column headers. And also, if you have a very long nickname, that's fine, or short name. But you may want to break it up a bit. For example, here again, if we're using it in column headers, a very long name might wrap oddly. And so if you insert like a space here and there, it'll make it a lot better. So for short name, I'm just going to say short name. And then we'll click to minimize the section. And so now I can see the edited formal and short name appear on the main page. As I mentioned in the form introduction, you can also verify the name change. So although the name change appears here immediately, you can also go down to the bottom of the page and send yourself a quick email to your CPM, and that will also verify that the formal and short name that you've just entered are correct. Okay. So the report form also asks you to verify your campus's executive officer, which is the next section here. In most cases, this is going to be your president that we're looking to communicate with. We will use this information to share copies of key NSSE research findings. The purpose here is to increase the visibility of engagement results at the executive level. And You as the primary contacts will also be notified by email when NSSE releases research findings, in addition to the executive contact. But that the as when we release the institutional report in the summer, that will still be delivered to your institution's campus project manager. This is just for later when we release key findings from the survey results of a given administration year. If we don't have information for your executive officer, you'll see a warning message as you see here in my example. It says executive officer information is missing. In this case, we really ask that you click this link for that's provided, and that'll take you to the campus contact section of your interface where you can add that information. Or if the executive officer information needs to be updated, you would also click the provided link to go and update it there. So this is one piece of information where you're not updated in the report form. The report form is simply going to show you what we have on file for you. But if it's not correct, you'll click that link provided, and it will go to that section of the interface to allow you to update the information. And that is it for this section. The next recording will focus on the primary purpose of the report form, which is comparison group customization.